So it comes to this. Again. Like for real this time. We're doing it! We're gonna finish Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, the first game in the series. This is my 16th stream. So that means over 32 hours will be logged within this game, trying to navigate its twists and turns, its plot, ups and downs, its characters. Oh, the characters. You remember Phoenix and the rest? I'm joking. All the characters are great. Most of the characters are great. Some of the characters are irritating, but this is the run. This is it. Also, ads have just started, so I'm going to keep vamping for a minute or so. If you don't see the ads, then you can hear me say that after today, I'm excited for the final finale as well. On Thursday, I don't know what I'm going to play. It's going to be something different. I do tend to go back to the Ace Attorney series. This has been so fun getting to play these games, or this game. And I know that, you know, the rest of the games are like this game. So ipso facto, therefore, and so forth. Yeah. That's my plan. I don't know what I'm playing on Thursday, is basically all I'm saying. Probably some kind of tone shift, maybe another one-off. Some kind of like weird indie game or something. But in the meantime, my ad break notification is saying that the ad break has ended. So sorry if you get that late, but right now we're jumping back in, baby. Here we go. Continue. The second half of the second half, RE9. Wow, what a change that would be for me. I've never played a Resident Evil game. I've seen a lot. Obviously, I'm exposed to them a lot, and I know a lot of the lore. But I never played one all the way through because I'm a little squishy baby who cries and poops himself whenever he gets scared. So that tends to be a challenge for that type of game, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel. Load the selected, yes. All right, last we left off, we're in the second half of the second half of the last day of the trial. The second half of the second half, so I guess the last quarter of that. We're right in the home stretch. We're trying to nail Police Chief Gant, and he's proving too slippery for us with his knowledge of how the system works and also how just insanely corrupt he is.
Now then, will the defendant, Ms. Lana Sky, please take the stand?
Ms. Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I like to interpret that as Edgeworth trying to be like affirming to her. Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. You are worth it. Live your life, Queen. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you.
But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years.
Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. You want to hear the truth. For once.
Of course, the truth.
Lana! No matter what happens, I'll always be your sister.
Okay.
Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant.
Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. Gant and the Fabrications, my favorite indie band.
I worked alongside Gant for years.
Oh, well, let me take that again. I'm starting to give her a British accent.
I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself because I'm a big girl. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma.
Are you sure about this testimony?
Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure.
But Lana!
If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this.
That's what I've been telling you from the beginning.
Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me.
But what if she's telling the truth?
She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Like, I'm in agony.
Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself.
The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Okay. Let's take a look at what we got here. Worked alongside Gant for years. That seems pretty solid. Hold on, I clicked down into my OBS, now I gotta click back. Worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. Didn't I do a great job? When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted, nothing to do with Emma. Okay. Let's see. Pressure on this.
Did you do so to help your sister? Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life.
But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything.
That's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him.
Lana!
So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago?
I guess that's an implied yes. What about this? Did you do it, or did you get help? You say you did this all by yourself?
Yes.
Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene?
I'm thinking about it. It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body.
What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate, quote, accident, unquote, exclamation mark.
That's only a situation you dreamed was possible.
Oh, shit!
The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement. I'll always stay fabulous with who I am. Is that the vibe we're going for?
You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark?
Something like that. Sure, let's go with that.
If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife.
Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. Just out of camera range. It was probably knocked away in the struggle.
That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies.
I'll just protect me.
So when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to.
Yes. I broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, then moved the...
Oh, come on. That's... Why? No, come on. Why would anyone do that? You planted the tip of Dark's knife?
And then you move the body?
But why? Why would you do any of that shit?
You of all people should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders.
Who told you I use head and shoulders?
My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of others. Ooh. Why did you plant the knife? Why did you move the body? Why'd you plant the knife? But why'd you do that?
Come now, Mr. Wright. Even you should be able to figure it out.
Very well, let's add this to the witness's testimony. The reason Miss Sky fabricated the knife.
I knew the tip of the weapon found buried in his body would be all the proof we needed. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma.
All right. We're still not where we need to be. Let's try the other dialogue option too. Let's go through the whole thing again. You planted a tip of the knife with the difference.
Move the body.
Fuck you.
Well, you all sounded much less articulate that time, but you should also know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders.
I've got a head on my shoulders. It's attached with a neck. When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body?
It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk.
But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there?
The reason for that is simple. I felt like it.
Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body.
The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted.
Okay. Pieces of the jar shattered threatened my plan. I'm gonna look at the jar. Got to look at that jar. Here's the jar. Pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Can I... let's see what happens. Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister.
You mean the forgery at the scene where the Neil Marshall was murdered?
If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I'm compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony!
A contradiction in my testimony.
You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan."
That's right.
You have a problem with that? Bitch?
It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood.
Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments.
Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies.
Ah!
In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died.
Ah!
He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar.
Order, order!
Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here.
Something critical?
Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we're headed.
What?
Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth.
Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony.
I don't want to. You're mean.
Jar and Message in Blood is my favorite album by Gant and the Fabrication.
I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. But it was dark in the room, and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. You know, when you want to be safe, you tamper with a crime scene. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood?
I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time.
She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Okie dokie. What do we got here? Immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. It was dark in the room, but I didn't know. Check it out. I'll put a pin in that. Safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure you didn't get them all. You didn't get them all. You didn't. We just did. We did earlier. We had to piece it back together. Boom! So much hinges on this this weird piece of pottery. Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of.
What?
We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe.
In the chief's safe? But how?
I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. Weirdly bright blood. Honestly, blood usually doesn't stay that red after 2 years. Now, did Chief Gant fill that safe with pure oxygen? Possibly, but
Mr. Wright, get on with it.
Okay.
What? The witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them.
Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Gant probably kept touching it up with fresh blood. Yeah. I mean, he did leave the crime scene exactly as it was when the crime occurred for some reason instead of actually covering up more. So maybe he's just got some kind of weird like jurisprudence fetish where like he has to set traps to defy the rule of law. It's like the Riddler, really. He doesn't need to give clues, but he does it for the love of the game. Chief Gant got there before you!
What, couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece?
Objection!
I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective.
Maybe a bee, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Ha! Can you believe that?
Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Toothless, senile old shit.
Oh, that!
There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness.
I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar?
The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years?
Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Well, Your Honor, Can you answer us that? Sorry, I got excited.
No! Wait, I'm not the one on trial here.
Are you good? Do you need like a water or something?
No, I'm good. I'll just sit here and daydream while you people are both determining the actual outcome of this trial. I'll just kind of do whatever you say. It seems to be my only function here.
This dynamic of you and Edgy both objecting along the same line of logic. Yeah, at this point, it's both of us against the chief of police. There's no prosecution and defense anymore. It's two guys that believe in the rule of law against a guy in charge who doesn't, which I wish was much less relevant than it is.
He proceeded to break the jar and purposefully hid one of the broken pieces. Question. What is this action called?
Fabrication of evidence.
But why would Chief Gun do that?
In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear?
What happened afterwards? Sorry, I told you I wasn't going to be paying attention.
Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his, quote, aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma. And therein lies the reason. The reason why Ms. Skye became the chief's puppet.
No, I did it on my own. I love being a puppet. I want to be Gonzo. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients.
Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client. For a second, I thought I had a sad, like a wah, 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 wah sound effect. I don't. Maybe I should add it.
No, you shouldn't. It would be stupid. I guess you do seem like the type that likes to twist the truth.
Wait a minute. Twist. I should go out for soft serve after this. But also, here in the void, what if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap?
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright?
Lana may be right after all.
What do you mean, Wright?
So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright?
Miss Skye, please testify once more.
But
If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie.
I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Please, I want to be a murderer. Please let me.
Miss Skye, if you will.
I can't.
There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth.
Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw.
Fucking finally.
All right. The witness may testify once more for the final time. I can only handle so much perjury before I remember that it's against the law.
Actual Crime Scene was the second album by Gant and the Fabrication. It wasn't as good.
When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor's sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby.
Could she pinky promises to tell the truth this time? Yeah. She's super double, triple, crosses her finger behind her back, swears, and if she doesn't, then you can say she has cooties to anyone, and she won't even deny it. That's how serious.
When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent.
Nope, she's not. Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor's sword.
You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof.
Actually, I do have proof.
Say what now?
I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning.
What? To me?
It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed.
But I don't remember receiving a picture like that.
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this, quote, picture, unquote. I'm unfamiliar. I know how to reproduce images through drawing and painting, but you're talking about picture, alluding to some kind of photographic technology? Such things are absurd.
I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana.
Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
I seem to remember getting something from her then.
Let's check that evidence again.
You might need to flip over a piece of paper, FYI. Yeah. The most devious trick of all of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney averse. Sometimes pieces of paper have information on two different sides. She gave me evidence law. Ha! Okay. Yep. So I guess it was technically flipping over a piece of paper, but it was the cover of a book. So yeah, no, you were right. But I remember her giving me that book, so good for me. Hey, there's a picture here. Oh, gross. Oh, God. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Hold on. I got it down.
Oh my. This is the actual crime scene.
No, the detective saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything.
Lana's picture I inserted into the court record.
Mr. Wright! That piece come out from his vest! Could that be?
The cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe. What's this?
This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Whose ever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer.
Oh, boy. What? Those fingerprints? Yeah, we get it, Phoenix. They're yours, Emma! I mean, it's not really worth that, because we already knew it, but I'm gonna play it. Anyway.
Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination, please. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer.
Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
You actually forgot was joking. Yeah, no, it's Emma's prints. Yeah. I think we ended a stream that way where we found that out. But yeah, they're hers. Wright found Mr. Paul. Whoa! Oh, okay. Hold on. Ah, shit. This motherfucker.
Come now, Ajay. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen.
Chief Gant!
What, now you want to make me out as the bad guy, too? So, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense.
I'm afraid it's too late for that.
What?
You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. Get owned, scrub.
This must be that risk we were talking about earlier.
Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck.
Ah, so what? You think I'm worried? Just because I turned into pure energy again there for a second?
He's not.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements.
What do you mean?
The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence.
Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence?
No, I don't. But someone does.
Come on.
So, what's your excuse, Righto? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. There's no way that Emma could have, just like touched her hand against his jacket at one point in an unrelated fashion. That could never have happened!
Is this true, Mr. Wright?
If I show that piece of evidence now, I'm as sure to be made out as the murderer.
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
Eat it. Just a second, Your Honor. Turns around.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I don't have any evidence. Does anyone have any water? What do I do now? Better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? One that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? No, fuck you. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence. Or evidence. Revidence or evidence. I can present at this point in time.
What? You lie!
Chief Gant?
You opened my safe! I know you took what was inside! The conclusive evidence!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. Here, I'll do it.
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it.
What are you talking about, Chief Gant?
Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area?
It looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason.
You mean you had this in your safe?
What? That means you, the The chief of police have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department.
Impressive. Yeah, I broke a law and you noticed. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Writer. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened.
What? You mean you admit to it?
I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana.
So you really were manipulating her!
I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid.
I thought we established that he can't testify. We did. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to justify this, since he's pretty plainly testifying right now. Whatever. Video games.
So you assisted Ms. Sky.
I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room.
And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted.
When I tampered with the crime scene, I had 2 pieces of evidence. This is before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you.
You're right, Potato Johnson. It is not in the green text, but the green text only shows up after we've heard the testimony once. So once when we hear the testimony the first time, it's still in the white text. The green text is only when we're going over the testimony and are then able to like challenge and present and stuff. But nice catch, but it still doesn't make a whole lot of sense in universe. Whatever.
2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe?
But why?
For insurance, of course.
Insurance?
I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed.
You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence?
What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? Every time I do it makes me lagment. I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. Now it just says CTA. The Council of Tyrannosaurus assholes. Now, is it a council of tyrannosaurs that are particularly mean, or is it a council of the ani of dinosaurs? Who knows? Anyway, I didn't expect Lana. Go and wipe the blood off all the pieces.
Objection!
But if you fabricated all the evidence...
What's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar, too?
Oh, damn. Bro's got a point.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance.
You mean that piece of cloth?
Come on, Righto. Cough it up already. I know you have it.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So you admit to it then, Chief Gant? That you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe?
Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then before it was too late.
It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine! Hit this again. Okay, we're gonna linger here because we're about to get ads. And this is like the worst possible time to not be able to tune in to see what's going on. So, damn. Shit's getting climaxy. I mean, here's my guess, is that he framed Emma and then used that. He killed him, framed Emma, and then has been using it to control her sister. So he's just like the worst possible bastard you can think of. Like, he did it all. It's all him. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Where are those ads? Oh, there they are. Okay. Yeah, ads are running. I have to say, I do love this insane character design. It's the cross ties is also is especially interesting. I wonder if they were trying to do like a sort of televangelist feel. Which I guess is kind of, I guess it'd be more of a southern version of the voice I'm doing, like come now, Righto. Feel the touch of Jesus running through your heart. Can't you spare an old felon like me? All I wanted to get away with was a little murder, praise God. But I've made my choice. Weird, old-timey newspaper corner man is what I've gone with. Ad break's over. Talk to the hand. Get it? Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now.
All right then, let's see this conclusive evidence. Evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
Here you go. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest?
Yes! At last, you finally brought it out into the open.
There's a handprint on this piece of cloth.
Your Honor, the prosecution requests that it be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly.
You're right, it's the Blue Badger's handprint.
You mean?
It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence.
Really? You know that from a glance? All right.
You're as slow on the uptake as other worthy.
What?
Think about it. Righto had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be?
You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that?
Mr. Wright, do you really know? I want to know. Tell me. Look me in the eyes and tell me. You can hold my hand too if it helps. Don't worry, I'll just be here staring at you. Ha ha.
Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they?
Very well. I'll tell you. Should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these Sorry, I'm excited. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is... It's her.
Take that!
Emma? Emma Sky?
What? They're mine?
Sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me?
I love watching children cry. You're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the matter on me.
So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
Hold it! How could you? You monster!
Miss Sky,
You knew whose fingerprints were those. Were those? Those were those? Those were those. Those were those prints. Were those? Those were the. Oh, sorry. You know whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't.
No. Miss Sky, it's not over yet.
What?
I said this trial isn't over yet.
Ha! But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career, too.
Just shut the fuck up.
You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy! What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer.
Single-handedly is doing a lot of work there. Before I do that, and I will do that, just to be clear, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh? And what's that?
Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
what?
Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
It was Emma Sky, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Do I win?
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction!
What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about?
I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is.
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict?
Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, a piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. Okay, now I get to figure out what that is. Okay, let's say, no, not this. Go back. It's not that. It's not going to be that. Let's see. Evidence room, floor plans. There's not this. Something to do with the picture. All right, so it was this part of his vest. Shoved. right hand, the left side. Huh. Brr, brr, brr. Let's go back. What else is there? Evidence list. This thing. That's already been... Evidence that contradicts the cloth. So it has to be something... Oh, no, not... Dang it. I keep double-clicking on things and not meaning to do it. Marshall's fingerprints. So no. No. I'm gonna try the picture because that was my wait, there's another one? Oh, this picture. Oh, wait. It's cut out from there. I mean, I'm gonna do a picture. It's gotta be blood. Blood! Oh yeah! There's no blood!
Take that!
No blood on the thing! No blood on the strip of cloth. And he's clearly vomited blood all over himself. Thank you for backseating in that one specific instance.
And what exactly is this supposed to be?
This is the picture Ms. Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out?
Yes, his shirt is showing underneath.
It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth. Wait. There's no blood on it!
Ah!
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time.
No, this is nonsense!
Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he shoved aside. And it was just demanding blood to be spilt in court. I am. Okay, well, I mean, listen, if it's just serendipity, I'll take it. Not the 90s movie, though. That's mid at best.
He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out.
If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could it have arrived? Who could it have arrived? Who could have arrived at the scene before Ms. Lana Sky? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor's sword.
Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood.
All right, so yeah, it really is a parallel to the first case where that also was fake evidence.
A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue and make Lana believe her sister did it.
Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you prove that you were the actual murderer! It's finally all over. Objection! Oh, he's sweating. Boy's sweating. Hold on a second. I hit a weird part of my throat when I did that no. I had to cough and take a sip.
Heh. It was close, right? Oh, you almost had me.
Man, what the fuck?
Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations.
What do you mean you refute his allegations?
You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence.
Order, order! What nonsense is this?
Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Archie? Earlier, old Wright here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Wright? Oh, I'm a huge piece of shit. You do have some conclusive evidence.
Ah, I do. Yeah. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence.
Well, that's true. Defense did refuse to present evidence.
At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
But that's not fair.
Did you actually think you could bust me in court? It looks like the last laughs on you, son.
I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct.
Okay. Hold on a second though. Sure, it's legally correct in terms of convicting him. But like they still don't have to convict Emma. Like it's not a zero-sum system. Like you don't have to like convict the nearest suspect if you fuck up the trial.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth,
True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
well, Mr. Wright,
It seems, at last, the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Oh. All right, Phoenix, you want to reveal it to me? I don't know what your plan is.
Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposefully and illegally concealed this piece of cloth?
Nope. I admit I refused to present it at one point.
Aha! So the evidence is illegal.
Objection!
No, it isn't, Mr. Gant.
Huh?
It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved with presenting evidence. The plan to be an ace attorney. Yeah, of course.
No, Archie, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe.
There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier, you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now.
Okay. I'm gonna assume it's the Book of Evidence Law.
Take that!
This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence Law.
What's this? I've never heard of it.
I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more.
What?
You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. It's a really thick book for 2 rules.
Ah!
Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department.
I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. Goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department.
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
And here is the crux of the matter. Depends on what the definition of is. Yes, he's... Very timely reference. I appreciate it. Also, the cloth gave him a blowjob in the Oval Office, I guess? I don't know. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident.
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevance, eh? Just take one look at this picture and...
Objection!
Sorry, but can you recall? When was that picture presented?
That was shown only a few moments ago.
No!
He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant.
Huh?
You yourself confessed to a certain truth.
Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest?
Oh, yes. No!
It was then that... Ow, that hurt my ears. It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence.
Tim Tom 123 a bunch of numbers. Hello.
Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth.
Haha, we caught him in his own trap. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And it's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant! The killer was you! And everyone died.
I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum! For 2 years he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me.
Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty.
He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convinced Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman?
Yeah, that's right.
If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you gotta help me.
Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit.
He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence.
Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden, he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman?
I haven't given a voice to Goodman.
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
Decided he's Nicolas Cage.
He opened his evidence locker and he was taking the evidence. As he was taking the evidence out, he said,
It's not too late. I'm gonna hand all this over to Marshall.
well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife! I couldn't just pull it out.
Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime.
Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about that floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake.
I'm also disappointed that we didn't hear the Blue Badger music again. The bloody handprint. Detective Gumshoe's locker.
I used to be known as the crime computer. Beep boop. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. Oh, silly me. I had no business doing any of it.
Then you put the body in my car?
I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. Whoopsie doodle. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will.
Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how? How could you get Ms. Sky involved in all of this?
Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out.
So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker?
I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have time to pick and choose what to take.
So, you left the jar fragments in the glove?
Yeah. Looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay.
Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that.
Tell me, were they? Why do you stand in court?
Me?
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same.
Real Joker calling out Batman vibes here.
One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Aji.
What?
Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. I might be put to death. Sorry, old friend.
Okay. I'm sorry too, Damon Gant. I knew you as you used to be, long ago. You were once a fine investigator, and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Those days are gone now, Ajay. Thanks for all the memories, though. I'm a hollow shell filled with hate. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you've Righto here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already.
Yeah, we're next to you.
Yeah, we're like on either side of you.
Not like that, you idiots. The melodious sounds of a new beginning.
There are two things I want you to understand. One, I'm the boss around here. Two, everyone calls me Captain Awesome. There's also two other things I want you to understand.
Yes?
First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent.
You're right.
That doesn't mean just constantly make noise.
Oh, sorry. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today.
So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
I'm sorry, Ms. Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble.
My. What high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top.
Ah, she's a person.
I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright.
Miss Sky.
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Why?
You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
It was nothing.
Liar.
I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop it! I only did my job. Stop saying I have emotions.
In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky,
Yes, Your Honor.
you are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. The trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes. I understand, Your Honor.
Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. And now I go to heaven. She fades to white and drifts, her spirit drifts toward the sky.
Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Ms. Lana Sky,
Not guilty!
that is all. This court is adjourned.
We did it! Chat, we did it!
Yay!
At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. You know, silver linings and all that.
No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended.
I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
What you talking about?
You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Hey guys, remember this scene from 90 seconds ago? You've done well.
You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Yay.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe! What is it?
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around while on duty? And to top it off, you call me here? I've seen happier people at funerals. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope, not this time. I came today because of, you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone.
Yay!
Lana!
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know.
Well, I won't tell if you won't.
Emma, I owe you an apology.
It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it.
That day 2 years ago, was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess.
Sis!
I asked Gant to help me cover up the, quote, truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now I realize I was wrong.
Oh, shit!
I changed after that day. I became a badass bitch, staring over my left shoulder and looking really cool. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through those past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew.
But sis, you were only doing it for me!
No.
Huh?
I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you.
Sis!
I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry.
But Sassy, you don't have to apologize! I'm happy now.
You're happy?
Of course! You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have!
Oh, Emma. I'm going to heaven again.
Aw, that's nice.
No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. I'm a poet now, I guess. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe,
Me?
thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here.
I was behind the plant.
Where was he hiding?
I just came to say...
What was that?
Congratulations.
You're not speaking.
Congratulations!
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth!
Right. Well, I'll be going now. Fading out of existence.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
It's too late for me.
What?
No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right.
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same.
Buck,
One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone.
Gumshoe might need a new job, if I recall correctly. I don't know if that ends up being the case. So I feel like through osmosis, I have a feeling. Well, we'll see what happens.
I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. Sorry I had to snooze the ad break because this is like the worst time for ads. But in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now.
But Edgeworth,
Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Kent did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
No! Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
huh? What? Yeah. What is this, a pop quiz?
Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about.
Evidence, huh? All right, it's one of these where I can get a really good ending if I present the right thing. Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. Oh! I think I know this one. It's this. It was literally in half. Right? Get validated, jackass!
That's the picture I drew.
Yeah, the power of friendship prevails!
Our counterattack began with this.
You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture.
That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's time for me to go. I feel uncomfortable. I'm gonna run away now. See you later, forever.
Mr. Edgeworth!
If you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
Edgeworth! What will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember. You can let what happened to kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you.
I know. Seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem.
Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court.
Farewell. I love you.
What do you say?
I didn't hear him. I'd better be going too.
Okay! But I'll be by to visit soon.
It seems we both have a lot to learn. And catching up to do. Here. This is a little something for you.
Scientific investigation?
It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well.
Thanks, sis! I will!
And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Here's that same hug in grayscale. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. Wow, look at all these people falling down this black pit. Our journey to rediscover myself.
Well, don't go tricking off just yet, pal.
Huh? What is it, detective?
There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
But
I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story.
Huh?
Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her after 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Huh?
way to go, detective! I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here is the one who'll be footing the bill.
Huh? Huh?
What, you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we go all go pay it off together?
Is it bribes or bail? ¿Por qué no las dos?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Objection!
Oh, and that's it. Credits. We did it. I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to something. Oh, I didn't read fast enough. I'll be pleased to send you to cock corner. For me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to finally investigate crimes together with Emma. Gotta be on my game, reading this stuff fast. Design, Kazuya Nuri.
Yikes! I thought I was gone for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation at the chief's office. If I penalized you anymore, it would be worse than firing you. Yeah, that's what they said. It just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily. Pal.
Art, Yasuaki Kishimoto, Tatsuya Enomoto. Art, Kujiro Ogiwara, Hirochika Nagaki. Animation, some other names. I feel like I gotta stay on my toes for the... My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy! Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard! My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today! I'll show them, though! Someday I'm gonna make detective, yes, sir, that I can be just like that, Dean Gumshoe! Yes, thank goodness we got to experience him again. That was a lot of fun. I loved playing that game. That was great. I can't wait to do the next one. Eventually. Not right away. I need a break. I need to do something less serialized for a little bit. And hey, there's the Blue Badger. You get to see him one last time. Oh no! Who killed the Blue Badger? I bet it was Larry Butts that lay about. Let's get him.
What is it? Here to see him having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? Ms. Starr managed to sneak this into me. She's seeing one of the guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? Well, not like what I'm... This is not water. It's liquor. Did you know that?
Haha, yeah. Looks like they won't be seeing each other for a while. As a foul gift, I put a new meal on the menu. The right way lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. Haha, I don't get it. Thanks, Ben. You did a great job. It's a very funny game. And Brandon. And Kaori.
never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left? Anyway, he said he's been doing, something or other for, how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better be, Oh no! I forgot my gavel! Sorry, gotta go!
Oh, that's what his chair looks like. Bound Global Solutions. Is this still translation? Translation was a company. Oh, are these the employees of the company, or was it a company and like these 6 people separately? Hey, look what it is.
Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium.
Mystic Maya, afternoon training's about to begin. Who am I?
Coming! Well, see you around, Nick.
Special thanks to these 3 people. They're so special. And these people. I wish I had any idea who they were or what they did. Oh, these people too. They can join in the fun. And these 2. Why are these on so many pages?
Mr. Edgerath. Mr. Edgerath, I brought you your tea. Hey, what's going on? Hello? Can someone give me some food or water? I've been here for 3 days.
The bellhop died in Edgeworth's office, but he wasn't convicted because he was far away.
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be all right. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
Oh. I'm gonna say open this, and then there's gonna be a picture or a note. Okay. Picture. I just got here. Can you reload? No. Aww. Oh. Oh, it's so cute. Capcom. Capcom. Actually, that part's not. That's just Capcom. But we did it. We made it through all of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, beginning to end. Yay! Okay. We're done. I'm gonna end it there. I don't think there's enough time in my allotted 2 hours to start anything new. And also, I've been snoozing an ad break 3 times. That's the most amount I can do it. And it's gonna start in 2 minutes. So hey, for those of you that showed up for the finale, thank you for showing up. All of these will be on YouTube shortly. YouTube.com/@Todd_football for all the VODs and such. If you are here watching and you haven't followed yet, you can hit that follow button. It costs nothing to you and makes my heart happy. And if you want to see me again, I'll be back on Thursday with something completely different. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be something. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out, especially those of you in chat who commented on my antics and or helped me. Much appreciated. Love you guys. That's going to be it for me tonight. And, bye.